Good afternoon. My name is Carlos Nájera and I will be interviewing you this afternoon. First, I need you to present yourself.
Well, good afternoon. My name is Karina Sanchez.
Okay, Karina, let's start this interview. First, can you tell me something about yourself?
Well, when I was very little, I lived here in Mexico for about 5 years in my hometown before I moved to the capital of Mexico. I lived there another 3 years. And then, because of my father's work, I moved once again, but now to United States, where I lived in Michigan. And 5 years later, now I find myself back in Saltillo, Mexico, my hometown.
Okay, Karina, what career are you applying to have?
I'm applying to a music career.
Okay, and what is your motivation about that career?
Well, my motivation is that since I was very little, I remember I started violin when I was 10 years old, I believe. And at first I didn't know why I chose the instrument. It just called to me, I guess. And for a long time I have been playing. I got a private teacher to teach me some of the basics. And when I moved, I had to find another teacher. And I found one at the University of Coahuila. And well, since I was a little girl, or well, a teenager, I was in the rebellious stage of my life, so I basically didn't give myself totally to the violin. I didn't dedicate myself 100%. And I lost 2 years because of that. And my last year of middle school, that's when I decided that I actually loved the instrument. And that's when I started to practice more and more. I also started going to orchestras. For example, in one of my city, that's where I'm currently in. And where there I met a few people, some university students who are also studying music, and they also helped me through that stage and gave me a reason, or more like they inspired me to become more. And basically that was my motivation.
Very well, Karina. Well, why are you interested in this university?
Well, I'm very interested in the University of Michigan. Firstly, because I lived here once, so I know a lot of the places and I can communicate very well with the people. And secondly, the year I was looking for universities, I looked for the best universities for the career of music. And when I was searching for the right university, I found that the University of Michigan had a very good academic program, especially in music, where I believe it's 4th place in best college for this career I'm applying to.
Okay, you said that you are very well talking to other people, so that could be a strength. So, what are your strengths and your weaknesses, Karina?
My strengths, I believe I have very good leadership skills. When it's up to working in a group, I stand up and take the role. And I'm also I adapt very well to the circumstances that I'm in or the situation. Also, I learn things very quickly so that I can have a deeper understanding on the subject. But my weaknesses, as you mentioned, you said I'm very good talking with people. That is not technically all true, because at first I'm a very shy person. But then once I get to know the people, Well, that's when I start to gain confidence, and that's when you'll see me participating more and more in class or in society itself.
Okay, about your weaknesses, how do you plan to improve them?
Well, as I said before, my weakness is that I'm a very shy person, not as outgoing as I should be. How I plan to improve that weakness is by, well, trying to think out of the box, trying to talk with more people, and not just all my classmates that I will have in college, but also with my teachers, so we have better communication. And so if I have any doubts, I can or ask my classmates or my professors.
Okay, Karina, can you tell me something about your school experiences?
My school experiences. Well, since I was very little, I always liked learning and studying and always trying to find. I was a very curious child, I could say. And well, that led me to being a very intelligent person, I believe. And I have one of the best grades in my class. Actually, in middle school, in 6th grade, I obtained a certificate for the one of the best grades in the whole grade. And also, once I returned to Mexico in 7th grade, 4 years until I finished middle school, I obtained diplomas such as once in 1st grade in English and second place in Spanish. Also, in my first year of high school, in my first month with my results, I had 2nd place in my classroom, which was I had an average point of 9.9.
Okay, you said that you like to study, Karina. So, do you have any study strategies?
My study strategies basically involve focusing on my work. If I sometimes feel that I'm a bit anxious or that I can't concentrate properly on my studies, then I will take some time or drink water or do some exercise or maybe do something that relaxes me so that I can focus once again on my schoolwork.
Other way, how do you manage your time? Because you said that you are in our orchestra and you have to study, so how do you manage your time?
Well, it has been a complicated task since I'm into orchestras actually. One in the University of Coahuila and the other one I mentioned before, the orchestra of the city. And since I also have school and homeworks and projects and all of that, I try to, well, sometimes I accept that I have to make some sacrifices. Like sometimes I can't go to some rehearsals or I'll miss class or something. But based on homeworks and projects, if I have to stay up late to finish them, I will, because I'm a very determined person to do my work.
Do you think that you are an active learner?
I believe so.
Why?
Basically because I keep on learning. I'm not okay with just the teacher saying this is right or with just handing me a textbook and saying that's what you have to learn. I really like to get a deeper meaning in all of the understanding and all of the knowledge. So I will look in different sources and I will finally compare information so that I can reach a conclusion with all of the knowledge I acquired.
Okay, Karina, this is the final part of this interview. This is a very important question. Why do you think this university should accept you?
Well, I believe the university should accept me because I'm a very hardworking person. I know that the University of Michigan has a reputation of being one of the strictest schools in Michigan, basically, that I know of. And well, I would try to keep up with the system by working, by studying, by practicing, since that's the career I'm looking for. And well, when the time comes, when I have acquired all of the knowledge I need and all of the abilities I need for having a career, my goals in the future are being in an orchestra. Actually, one of the best ones in the, if it's not the state orchestra, another state would do. But I would also like to travel to Europe, maybe also get a job in the Berlin Orchestra, which is a very good one, or the London Orchestra. Also, I was thinking of starting my career as a solo musician and doing that until I have settled down with maybe family or something to support, and then I will find a place to live, and that's where I'll stay.
Okay, Karina, this interview is over. So, thank you, Karina.
Thank you so much for your time.